Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind here in Vivec City. Right here again, still at the temple. And before I get started, I just want to thank you all so much for your support so far and for sticking with the series so far through the trials and tribulations we've had. And I wanted to ask if you have the time and the inclination, if you could leave a comment to let me know what you think of how I've been doing it so far. Has it been going well? Do you want to see anything in particular? Do you want to see me skip to do more main quests, do more side quests, do more Tamriel rebuild, do any Tamriel rebuild as soon as possible or whatever? Do you want me to? What do you think? How am I doing? Are you new to the game? Do you want me to keep approaching it as a beginner? Would you like me to see things in more depth? Would you like to see things in less depth? I don't know. If you have thoughts on these, if you've been sitting there going, man, I wish he would just change X, Y, or Z about his presentation, his personality, his content, whatever. Go ahead and name it. Name it. I want to know what the public thinks. I don't necessarily trust the public. I won't necessarily do what you say, but I do want to know, and it will help inform where we go from here. So where are we going from here? We have talked about that a little bit. We do know that it is at the very least going to be places that we're told to go to by Caius, and as I remember, we have to go to St. Olm still, and my scroll wheel, as you can see, is unhelpful. St. Olm's. Did we meet this one already? I think we were about to when I accidentally died. Hall of Wisdom and Justice. I think it's the other one. Oh, well, she could be either one, I suppose. It says Hall of Wisdom and Justice, so don't know which one it is. Oh, Underworks, we've already been there. Let's see, up here is Justice offices. I don't think we've been here.
What is this about?
Yeah, no, you're not the one I'm looking for. Oh, again with the glowing eyes. Counselor Crassius Curio as a splendid mansion. I don't know. You guys don't have much to say. 7 Graces? He's a temple. They're all temple staff, I suppose. It is customary for every member. Everybody goes through that puzzle canal and almost drowns. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that's just a little office. Okay. Over here, is there also just going to be a little office? Yeah.
Sarah.
It's Surin Athonis.
Yes, Sarah. It's not bad when you know your way around, Golden Cell. What are you looking for, Vivec?
I can't do it without sounding like Senor Cardgage from Homestar Runner. I'm looking for that person. I guess her name isn't on here. Or was that it? No, that's the name of one of the Hlablu counselors. Alright. The door. Oh, was there? Oh, hey, check it out.
Wealth beyond measure, Outlander.
I don't know what to say. I haven't been looking with an eye to steal anything here, which you might have noticed. Certainly, I have a bunch of these already, actually. I don't know what I have and what I don't. Oh yeah, I should look at reflections on cult worship. I should look at, there's a mod, like, several that exist for Skyrim. Well, not even for I'm thinking actually, what was it? I guess Oblivion.
What is this?
There must be a mod that shows you whatever I'm trying to say is, it tells you whether something is whether it's stealing or not. I need something that does that.
Speak.
Errol Sala. Again, oh, so yeah, this did connect up. So what's the name of this woman again? I forgot. What's her name again? Oh my gosh, my scroll wheel. Just says her name is Mera Milo, Hall of Wisdom and Justice. Wasn't she the one outside? Did she have been the one outside? Don't ask anybody about her. Okay, well, I don't even have that as an option, it seems. Forgot about that detail. Do I have that as an option? No.
Outlander.
Outlander. And I cast Levitate Fast by accident. It's on my right click. Yeah, so I have Fast Levitate is a modded feature. Not Fast Levitate, Fast Casting is a modded feature that you can get with Morrowind Graphics and Sound Overhaul. Have I been up here? Yeah, here's the Office of the Watch, okay. And then this door. Coordinator Barracks, you won't be in those. And it simply takes you back down to the same place. Okay, oh, I'm starting to understand it. Hall of Wisdom. Alright, let's head out. Let's see that. She's probably in the Hall of Wisdom.
What is it, citizen?
What do we have in me? So there's no office. Oh, there's a kind of. Okay, this goes to the Library of Vivek. Nice. Gotta check that out for sure. And here's Milo's quarters, lock level 20. And Vivek Cannon office as well. May as well. Quick save in case that it's trespassing. I don't know. We don't know what consequences we might face. Someone's in there. And no one is in here. And we can steal from this named character. Who knows what we'll find in here. We don't need those. Nothing in there. I'm surprised, there's nothing in here. It's not even a flask of any meaning. It looks cool, kind of. Lantern as usual. Can't take that. Can't take that kind of light. Believe me, I would. I guess I'll take this stuff. Oh, we need a hotkey for this, friends. And good. And I guess that's it. I don't need a Pilgrim's Path. I have a copy on my person. So she's probably in here then, isn't she? The offices of the Halls of Wisdom and Justice, right? Hall of Wisdom.
What is this about?
Wisdom. Coordinator. Homilies. We're getting to really explore the bureaucracy of the temple here. For some reason. Not that I mind exactly. Oh, we have her as an option. Okay, now what happens if I ask about her? Let's do it. After all, why shouldn't I? I have no reason to distrust the temple. In fact, I'm trying to get in their good graces. Well, who are the Blades? I don't know who they are. I'm just told by this skooma addict not to do this. The doors across from the canon offices here in the Hall of Wisdom.
Outlander, what do you want?
So, the other side then. How about what's over here? Oh, that's the outside. Okay. Huh. Interesting. This is I'm just exploring the design of the building here. Canon offices. We were just here, right? Okay.
What words do you have?
Oh, okay, not Canton offices, canon offices. Interesting. This is where they decide all the canon. Too amazing. The chests is promising, but we can't. Without killing them or knocking them out or something. Is that also the canon offices? Yeah. Canon quarters. Okay.
What is this about?
I'm just exploring at this point, because it's cool. There's a lot going on in here. A lot of stuff. A lot of books that aren't too special. So maybe not too much, but, you know, there's chests and there's closets and there's just lots of ins and outs. Lots of... It's like an ant... It kind of reminds me a lot of an ant colony. Here we've got...
Masera.
Neville Mulvane. One in particular. Can I ask him about Mera Mabu? Nope. Yes. Milo, I mean. I wasn't supposed to, but I did. Didn't seem to have any consequences straight up, so... Whatever. I didn't read that, by the way. Someone in particular. What did he say? The most important people in a temple compound are Archcanon Sarioni at the High Fane, Beryl Sala in the Justice offices, Elam Mondas in the Office of the Watch, Redderans are in the Redderan compound, and Telvanni in the Telvanni compound. We know that. Yeah. Well, maybe we do have to we probably should swing by the Telvanni compound. There's probably some good spells if we can, if anybody's willing to sell them to us there. Alright, so let's, even though everybody keeps telling us where she is, I haven't been internalizing it, so, it didn't get into here. We have to search for it like this. Mera Milo. She works in the library. If she's not there, she'll be in her quarters. Well, she must be in the library then. So let's head over to the library, somewhere around here. It's on the other side. Right over here. And we've got several Dunmer. I'm assuming this is her right in the middle. First person you see. Yep. That is Maramilo, everyone. Yes, I'm Maramilo. Kaya sent you? Follow me into the back of the library. We can't talk here. Little does she know I've already ruined the whole thing.
What words do you have for me, citizen?
Oh, get lost? In the stacks. Looks over her shoulder. Perfect. Go ahead. I don't know anything about a sixth house cult, but I can tell you about an Nerevarine cult. The temple worships Nerevar as a saint and hero, but the prophecies of his reincarnation are punished as wicked heresy. Or perhaps, I should say, the temple worships Nerevar as a saint and hero. No, I'm not. The Nerevarine cult claims the tribunal are false gods, hence the temple's persecution of the Nerevarine cult. A group called the Dissident Priests disputes temple doctrine on the Nerevarine prophecies. A prescribed book, Progress of Truth, one book that I already have, describes their beliefs. Get a copy of Progress of Truth for Caius Casades. That will tell him things he needs to know about the Nerevarine cult. Aha! So now we have a reason to go read this book, which we already have, which is excellent. It'd be nice if we had an extra copy of it, though, which we could probably find somewhere it wouldn't be here, would it? I'd have to go buy it I just actually stole it from Joe Basha. Well, I don't know. I guess we only have the one, and Kaius is gonna get it. Or he might give it back to me afterward. Anyway, we'll do that. Anything you can tell me about Progress of Truth? This book lists the disputes of the dissident priests with the temple tribunal. So these are different from the Nerevarine cultists. These are the dissident priests, who are basically just, I guess, kind of ordinary or persecuted, like House Dunmer. Anyway, they dispute the temple doctrines. The temple outlawed the sale or possession of the book, so it will be hard to find. We have a copy here, but I fear I'm being watched by ordinators here. Oh, anyway, I already have one. I don't remember where I got it. I think it must have been from Joe Basha. A safer plan would be to search local booksellers. Some booksellers ignore temple bans on outlawed books for profits or for principles. Yep. I feel like I got it from Joe Basha already. Dissident priests, I think we already clicked on, didn't we? No, we didn't. They dispute temple doctrine and are outlawed and persecuted by the temple. Ordinators arrest and imprison heretics, and the Empire cannot interfere. Progress of Truth lists their beliefs, as we heard. In brief, they challenge the purity and divinity of the tribunal, suggesting their powers are sorcerous, not divine, and perhaps akin to the powers of Dagoth-Ur. They also condemn the arbitrary power of the Ordinators and accuse the temple hierarchy of self-interest and corruption. So yeah, they have very similar goals to the Nerevarine cult, but they have, you know, pretty much the same beliefs. That the tribunal are not real gods, that they are sorcerers, basically. And that they basically have the same exact power that Dagoth-Ur had. And what can you tell me about Dagoth-Ur? He's the evil and immortal enemy of the tribunal temple cult. Perhaps then I should have said the power that Dagoth-Ur has. The temple holds Dagoth-Ur and his hosts accountable for all the evils that beset Dunmer and Morrowind. Dagoth-Ur dwells in his fiery caverns beneath Red Mountain, served by his kin called ash vampires, and by legions of deformed monsters. Persecuted by the temple? Why does the temple persecute the dissident priests? Because attacks on the temple weaken the faith and leave the people defenseless against the influence of Dagoth-Ur. Faith is what strengthens the will of the believer against Dagoth-Ur's lies. Faith is the source of the divine power that sustains the tribunal in their battle with Dagoth-Ur. Since the Empire, some Dunmer have turned away from the temple. That's why Dagoth-Ur grows stronger, why blight storms and monsters threaten the land. So we have this system where the temple and Dagoth-Ur are fundamentally opposed forces that were in balance up until Morrowind became a part of the Empire. Which would probably be why they gave us the book on Morrowind, to give us background on how Morrowind became a part of the Empire, so that we would know the story up to this point. Now the story has become, well, there was something that happened at Red Mountain, and we've ended up with the situation where the temple has to constantly be protecting against Dagoth-Ur. They're desperately persecuting these people because the security of the same people depends on it. Even if the dissident priests are right. Well, in any case, persecution of the Nerevarine. It's an Ashlander cult. Primitive superstition, says the temples. Nerevarines say the tribunal are false gods. I've never understood why the temple wastes so much energy on them. The faithful cannot be shaken by such attacks, and the Ashlanders are just ignorant savages. But since the submission of the temple to the Empire, and the erosion of faith among the Dunmer, the militant wing of the temple is increasingly fierce in its attacks on heretics and heathens. So, as we were just hearing about. Oh, can we tell her about the disturbing dreams I've been having? That means nothing to me. Perhaps you wouldn't know, but the temple regards disturbing dreams as a sign of soul sickness, a sign that the mind is deranged by impure impulse and dangerous feelings. The Ashlanders may have superstitions about dreams, but they have superstitions about everything. Aha, so if we go talk to the Ashlanders, they'll probably tell me something different. Soul sickness, you say? Soul sickness is called madness or insanity in the Empire. Ah, that's a relief. Signs of soul sickness are strange dreams, uncontrollable impulses, and cruel and evil deeds. I wouldn't know anything about those things. Madness is not a disease, as Westerners believe, for if it were, it might be cured by blessings and healers. That's an interesting thought. Isn't it true, though, then, that every sort of illness or injury can be cured by healers in the Elder Scrolls only, but madness? Why is that? Soul sickness is a curse of Dagoth-Ur, who sends dark dreams to attack the weak of faith in their sleep. Well, I don't know about that. Those strong in faith can resist. Those weak in faith must seek counsel from the temple. Now I understand why you kind of need a theocracy up here. Because otherwise, you really have, well, we'll learn more about that as we go along. Caius Cosades, what can you tell me about him? What is your relationship with Caius Cosades? You know, I should have asked Julia the same question. I don't remember doing... There may have been more options for Julia. Caius is a dear friend like me. He admires the best traditions of the Empire. Charity for the poor, education of the ignorant, protection for the weak. He's a Westerner, but he has come to love our land and our people. But like me, he distrusts the arbitrary power of the Ordinators, and like the dissident priest, he suspects the temple and is hiding something. He serves the Emperor, but he also loves Morrowind, and he sees the failing virtues of the temple as a threat to Morrowind's political stability. So she admits that the temple is somehow corrupt, or some way or other corrupt, or taking part in unjust deeds, and in impious deeds, you could say. Right, well. Watched by Ordinators. I do not care for temple politics, but I have read the Progress of Truth, and it troubles me. I have friends, former priests, who have gone into hiding, so I am bound to come to the attention to the Ordinators. I am careful, but I am afraid. You are many things. I'm no secret agent like you or Caius. Sooner or later, I too must go into hiding, if it is not too late. If it is not too late. When you return to Caius, tell him I am worried, and that if something goes wrong, I will leave a message under the agreed code word Amaya. Now, if we hadn't clicked on that, we wouldn't have gotten this bit of thing, a bit of dialogue with Caius. We didn't have to click on it. Could have left. We already had something to bring back to him. So have we covered everything here? I think we have. Yeah. I got the Ur? Evil and immortal enemy, yeah. Yeah. Evergreen prophecies. I don't think we talked to her about those. The Ashlanders have a mystical tradition of interpreting dreams and visions as prophecies. Ah, so that's where the prophecy comes from. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that. There was a prophecy. Well, who says? Why should there be a who says? So where did the prophecy come from? So here's where it came from. These prophecies are recorded in verse, and may be lost or garbled over the generations. But the dissident priests have collected many ancient prophecies in Nerevarine, many of which they believe to be genuine. After all, the Ashlanders were there, and as well. Why should we turn our backs to this perfectly good source? It's not a primary source, it's an oral tradition, yeah. Much of it may be false, but who knows what is truth inside of it. Just like, you know, the biblical flood stuff. And why should temple doctrine necessarily be any more true than what they have to say? All people are just taking it on faith anyway. I've never seen Vivek perform acts of miracles. I have gotten blessings at his shrines, though. I can't say the same for my position with the Ashlanders, so I'm not totally made up my mind about them yet. Anyway, the dissident priests have collected many ancient prophecies in Reverie, many of which they believe to be genuine. Collectively, these are called the Lost Prophecies of the Incarnate. One of the sacred missions of the dissident priests is the collection and study of these prophecies. I see, so the Lost Prophecies of the Incarnate. Okay. And the dissident priests actually see this as a sacred duty. See, the dissident priests, I guess they're not just academics, they actually are, you know, they're committed heretics. In some ways, they put their life on the line, and they will die if they have to for their cause, I suppose. Like these ordinators, who would be the ones killing them. So, perhaps not these ordinators, because they've been assigned the garrison here. So I suppose what she's saying is that there's going to be a progress of truth somewhere here in the library, I would have to imagine. There's some things I haven't seen here before. Ooh, hello. Deed to Indrel's house. There is some loot in here. I tell you what. Let me quick save. And take this. By the grace of MWSE, lords and rulers of all. Know all Dunmer by these words, that I, Mutsera Hlalu Vilanda Omani, have legally purchased the home in Sedanin of the Dunmer, Indrele Rathrion, and the accompanying land for the sum of 3,000 imperial drakes. Witness our hands on this third day of Evening Star, Third Era, 426. Seal of the seller, Indrele Rathrion. So, interesting. Now Vilanda Omani owns this, but I don't have the deed. Well, I don't know about how legal that is, and I have a feeling that they wouldn't like that news in Sedanin, that somebody from House Hlalu was... Wait, did it say Sedanin or Cedrith Mora? Oh, my mouse hung up for a second there. Is this some part of some quest or other? Sedanin, oh, okay. Okay. Oh, then I don't know. I don't know what deals with that. I always get those two mixed up. I guess I have to ask some of the people in question. Yeah, I may want some of these books for sure. I don't know what I have and what I don't. Let's have a look around here. I don't think I have all the brief histories of the Empire. Up through 4. A lot of copies here in these stacks. Doesn't make much, it's not usually how libraries are. Changed ones, Book of Daedra. I have those. I don't know if I have Brothers of Darkness, I don't think so. I suppose that would be something about the Dark Brotherhood. Didn't mind that. Let's see what else. Beckham Fala, Invocation of Azura, Family Sermons, Reflections of Cult Worship, Special Flora from... We have a lot of these. I wonder if we're approaching peak book. I haven't seen the Progress of Truth in here. If it was behind a locked door, that would be amazing. I suspect it's not, though. Let's see. I think it's a tall book as well. Oh, we don't have the real Barenzias. We could get those. Barenzias, I don't know. On Oblivion, I don't know if we have that. Unit Tactics? I think we have one of these. This is Volume 1, but I've never seen a Volume 2, actually, I don't think. And yeah, I don't have any of the real Barenzias. I have the biographies of Ben's Barenzia. I believe there's quite a few more real Barenzias. Dude, get out of the way. Eastern Provinces, Invocations, Sarioni, Pilgrims, Constellations, Annotated Anawad. Special Flora, Book of Daedra. Anyway, guys, I may have wasted much time here already. Just looking at all these books. Going through the library here. Exciting. Kana Restored. I never heard of that one. Can you check things out from here? That'd be a nice feature. Nice mod, maybe. As Open Morrowind comes in, maybe that's something that we'll see. I don't know. I want to be optimistic that the modding community will revive with as Open Morrowind becomes widely adopted. Are you saying that it's not here? Like it's not in this room? Where do those doors go? I already looked at them, but just reaffirm. Hall of Wisdom everywhere. A timer. Beeping. Well, I have to stop. I'm really enjoying this game.
Beyond measure.
This playthrough. I'm looking forward to playing it all the time. So when I'm around and doing things in my life, but we're gonna have to stop here in the library. Surprised we got so little done. We did do a lot of reading of dialogue, and that's fine. I've been actually wanting to go read our books for some time, but I've also been feeling sort of pressured to do questing, which is why I'd like to ask you again to comment down below. Like I was saying at the start of the episode, if you have anything to say about that, what you'd like to see more of or less of from me in this playthrough or on the channel or whatever, I mean, write me go ahead and say me. Tell me things by words in writing. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.